Alright guys, so part 2 of the last video, guys. So have in mind, right? Like I said in the last video, somebody the other day asked me like, how do I like move on from these like evil looks? Just move on. But it's not just that, guys. Like how do you stay focused on God and stuff like that? Just like overall just being spiritual. Seeking first God's kingdom and his righteousness, right? And all these things shall be added onto you. And then after that, guys, have in mind, right? After that, doing that over and over and over and over again. You want to keep seeking his kingdom, seeking his righteousness, and all these things shall be added onto you. And guys, more things, more blessings will be added onto you. Okay? But now, the problem comes, right? When people say stuff like, oh, but like, what happens if I get tired? When you get tired, you got to go harder. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we shall reap a harvest that we do not give. So you want to keep, you know what I'm saying, seeking his kingdom, seeking his righteousness, right? Galatians 6:9, let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we shall reap a harvest that we do not give up. All this short-term stuff, all the other pleasures of the world will not gratify you, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why, okay, the reason why is because of the fact that you won't have that fulfillment. You won't have like happiness in your life. You won't. Guys, tell me the last time that somebody had happiness when they were doing that for real, you know what I'm saying? Like true happiness in their lives. That's why you gotta seek the Lord, okay? You gotta seek his kingdom and his righteousness. You are chosen by God, okay? When you was in the world, none of this stuff happened. That's why people gotta study their enemy to level up. 1 Peter 5:8 says, be sober-minded, okay? So if you wanna study your enemy, you gotta be sober. You wanna know the enemy's tactics and get more wisdom? You gotta study your enemy. 1 Peter 5:8 says, be sober-minded and vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Keep being sober, you know? And let me talk about like the relationships, right? Let me talk about relationships. Why should you be, right? Let me talk about this, right? Why should you be with somebody who's gonna play you? Why be with somebody who's gonna play you? You know what I'm saying? You ever thought about that? Who's looking at every other person the same way? Why? Why does a Christian deserve that? When there's no gain, no obtainment. The only gain there is short-term pleasure, short-term satisfaction and fulfillment and gratification from sex. That's all there is. And their attraction. But honestly, beloved, in the long term, in the long run, what do you gain? So all these looks that you get now, okay, they're from demons. And what do? To have somebody say, my God, and knowing who is different out of everyone who looks at you, seeking God's kingdom. That's the only thing you got to do. And you will feel it. You will feel it. You ask me, how do I know? You will feel it. Seek his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added on. So I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.